Good morning once again and welcome to EBEONADI103.5FM. Today, the 18th day of December 2024. Today is Wednesday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us. You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Sun, Daily Post, Punch, The Nation. This day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 081 or 081 I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Police nab 678 suspected criminals in Delta. 25 million phones stolen in 12 months, says MBS. Vandals storm Lagos RRS headquarters, steal commander's vehicles, brain boss. Core member dies at KB NYSC orientation camp. 28% of murders unreported because police will not take action. Report. Car thieves kill Unizik lecturer in Anambra. Celebrating 25 years of impact, Stephanie Busare launches Global Storytelling Academy. Sodi tale over murder of three in Taraba church violence. Adekunle Ajasi University confers Soba with honorary doctorate degree. Group 6 urgent reforms end to escalating insecurity in Anambra. Man shot by police in Lagos 6 justice 6 years after. Groups ask Lagos State government to appeal doctor's acquittal in child defilement case. Yuletide, FRSC police to dismantle checkpoints on Old Niger Bridge. Lagos State Lagos State Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys 3,125 operatives for Yuletide. Gender-based violence. Group reiterates commitment to creating safe space for women, girls. Hoodlums abduct 25 people in Castina Council. Stakeholders unveil strategies for peaceful police public relations. Non-governmental organizations donate food, clothes, others to Lagos community. Flour mills restates commitment to consumers' needs at Honeywell relaunch. Abbas Zulum to deliver Al Hikmah Varsity's convocation anniversary lectures. Abbas Zulum to deliver Al Hikmah Varsity's convocation anniversary lectures. Skincare firm launches first shipment under AFCFTA to Kenya. Industrial revolution has begun in Ogun. Shippers Council. NAFDAC rejects financial inducement allegations in long detox tea controversy. Castina Assembly approves a 692.2 billion naira 2025 budget. Tipa fails brake, kills pedestrian in Lagos. Edo government gives 72-hour ultimatum to Igodalo, orders to return vehicles. Kanu to enhance a power supply with solar hydropower integration. Kanu to enhance a power supply with solar hydropower integration. We are working on youth employment for national development. 28% of murders unreported because police will not take action. Report. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Tide. Federal Road Safety Corps campaigns against overspeeding and reckless driving in rivers. Tide. Over 12,000 residents benefit from OYCSDA psychosocial support. Senate calls for funding of modern ranches to curb banditry. Woman arraigned over alleged theft of palm oil. Nucleus IS Africa acquires Rigo Microfinance Bank. Opposition parties condemn Lagos government over polls delay. Sanwo-Olu, Ojelabi lead Lagos APC's Christmas celebration with message of hope. Gunmen abduct 25 people in Castina local government area. Tinubu's wife empowers 250 elderly Nigerians with cash support. Lagos residents seek compensation for demolished properties. 792 arrested as EFCC gets stuck with cryptocurrency fraud syndicates. One dead, four rescued in Lagos auto crash. Troops arrested 29 suspected oil thieves, seize 197,000 liters of stolen diesel in Niger Delta. Group launches mentorship program to check juvenile crimes in rivers. Foundation empowers widows through skills, tools, funds. National Orientation Agency sensitizes Kogi residents on security awareness, human rights, others. Tide. Chinese community celebrates students, awards scholarships. PAC Holdings promotes three senior executives to foster growth innovation. Toby Adebogoya dismisses Kemi Badenoch's claims on Nigeria. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 081 or 081 39256742. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. If only transactions went smoothly, the ghost and the darkness. NAFDAC launches legal actions against long detox tea manufacturer. Reps seek Badejo's release. ACRESAL project. FCT minister disburses $25,000 each to 10 FCT communities. As Nigerians shine at CAF Awards, bill to prohibit foreign currency use. Skills first reading. Yaga Africa to National Assembly. Give prisoners, security personnel, journalists voting rights. ECOWAS launches single currency in 2027. Civil society organizations kick as Nigerians pay 2.670 trillion naira ransom in 12 months. Still on the story is making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Tinubu appoints Aisha Garba as UBEC executive secretary. One dies as a truck rams into pedestrians in Lagos. Ireland fines Meta $263 million over multiple Facebook hacking. Castena to empower farmers, women with 4,000 power tillers, 48,000 goats. Nigeria, UNECA, UNDP launch toolkit for SDG Agenda 2063 alignment. MPFL fines Ikorodu City 3 million naira for March security breach. Kanu 6 25-year NLNG dividends from federal government. Edo Assembly suspends local government chairmen, deputies. A comprehensive review of quantum artificial intelligence trading BOT in business. Remi Tinubu donates 50 million naira to 250 elderly persons in Nasarawa. Reps probe non-delivery of 2,000 tractors, implements 100 harvesters. Reps probe non-delivery of 2,000 tractors, implements 100 harvesters. First Lady donates 1.9 billion naira to elderly persons nationwide. ACF hails federal government's renaming of Abuja Varsity after Gowon. Governor Sani returns Abacha family lands revoked by El Rufai. Tinubu pays tribute to Buhari at 82, vows to build on his legacy. Ondo AG warns land grabbers, declares a zero tolerance for illegality. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. 215 Niger Delta communities to benefit from PINL's CSR initiative. Police arrest native doctor, mother for alleged murder of two children in Delta. Police arrest native doctor, mother for alleged murder of two children in Delta. Chelsea's Mudike in chalk over failed drug test. Trump meets TikTok CEO as ban deadline approaches. US judge upholds Trump's hush money conviction, rejects immunity argument. 88 exhibitors participate in Quara trade fair as Adeyemi woos investors. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Mainstream Energy Solutions receives carbon credits from Nexens. Jais Bank secures a 10.04 billion naira via private placement. $1 trillion economy is a necessity for prosperity, resilience of Nigerians, SecDG. Nigeria to generate $320 million from innovative carbon credit initiative. Tide security agents make highway hell for us travelers. Bill on prohibition of foreign currency use in Nigeria scales first reading in Senate. Federal government's electricity subsidies rise 2.76% to 199.64 billion naira in December. NEC. Federal government's electricity subsidies rise 2.76% to 199.64 billion naira in December. NEC. Why we have not been making progress as a race, Are of Yorubaland, Gani Adams, Edo Assembly, suspends local government chairman, vice chairman, PDP rejects action. Tinubu shifts 47.9 trillion naira 2027 budget presentation to Wednesday, today. Garba Shehu slams Obasanjo in birthday tribute to Buhari. Insecurity, Akpabio, Ningi, Tango, over governor's security votes. Federal government electricity we've taken this. MAULAG, Abofemi Awolowo University, successes and setbacks of renaming university universities after personalities. Five thoughts, five thoughtful gifts to get your partner for Christmas. Kaduna governor restores Abacha family's revoked land titles. Pope escaped two assassination attempts in Iraq. EFCC boss syndicate of 792 cryptocurrency investment romance fraud suspects in Lagos. Tide security agents make highway hell for us travelers. Nigerian man arrested for scamming Indian woman of over 9 million naira with fake marriage proposal. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Lagos, Access Bank signed a memorandum of understanding for development of 704 housing units. Reps probe non-delivery of 2,000 tractors, 100 harvesters. OK bill for establishment of more PHCs for second reading. Edo Assembly suspends local government chairman over insubordination, misconduct. Businesswoman back 17 years over 57.6 million naira fraud. Ebony approves 5 billion naira for 126 civil servants housing units. Tinubu receives a Mahama in Abuja. Benue targets 210,000 children in big cash up immunization. Southeast lost 17.4 trillion naira over absence of sixth state. Chidoka Obi of Onitsha calls for restoration of city's past glory, establishment of development authority. Unimed trains 32 first emergency medical responders. First Lady disburses 1.9 billion naira for elderly welfare. Urges them to prioritize health. Governor Sani returns Abacha's family land revoked, seized by El Rufai. FCT disburses $250,000 World Bank fund to support community development. Federal government moves to reduce financial risk on contractual agreements. Cleric urges youth to seek God for lasting greatness. A jaw group accuses Fubara of plotting crisis in IYC. ADB, PMI partner to strengthen capacity. Federal government reads a riot act to pro-chancellors, threatens to sack warring councillors. General January 2025 poll, Ohaneze PhD calls for credible candidates. NAFDAC declares Aba Cemetery Market fake products hub. Establish ranches to stop wanton killings by criminal headers. Senate urges federal government. Nigeria to reopen embassy in North Korea. Expert highlights strategies for product development sustainability in Africa. ICPC recovers 52 billion naira, 966,000 intercepts 5.9 billion naira diverted funds. Onitsha Asaba Bridge. Federal Road Safety Corps police join forces to ease traffic. Court orders a bank to pay 3.34 billion naira damages for illegal hotel takeover in Delta. PSC elevates 78 senior police officers. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599 or you send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to Daily Post newspaper. Insecurity. Nigerians paid 2.2 trillion naira as a ransom in 1 year. Kwara government reacts to local government workers withheld November salaries. Ibom Power sacked MD, crossed a red line. Governor Eno breaks silence. Renewed Hope Initiative empowers 250 senior citizens, others in Ebonyi. Governor Oti, ministers praise Tinubu as Abia Airport project takes off. Governor Oti, ministers praise Tinubu as Abia Airport project takes off. Pope Francis reveals how he escaped death in Iraq. No sufficient reason for Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention. Ohaneze President General reveals those to elect into NEC. Adamawa, 65,000 persons each get 50,000 naira business support grant. Minimum wage. Thank God, Tinubu. Governor Oyebanji tells Ekiti workers minimum wage. Thank God. Tinubu. Governor Oyebanji tells Ekiti workers, we established Kojola dry port to complement the federal government's initiative on rail lines. Abiodun Jigawa High Court begins annual recess. And that's the most we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Daily Post newspaper, we flip over to the Punch newspaper. Senate proposes a foreign currencies ban for local transactions. Crashed helicopter flying NMPC officials violated regulations. Federal government. LASBCA refutes allegation of illegal eviction. Lagos Access Bank partner to deliver 704 housing units. Lagos State government begins campaign to curb market fire outbreaks. Bayelsa court convicts the risk A of assault. Northern governors deploy vigilantes as Northwest tops 2.2 trillion naira ransom. Solicitor General harps on legal safeguards for foreign contracts. Nnamdi Kanu's release may not end the Southeast insecurity. Soludo. Education still not prioritized in Ajegunle, says school owner. Kaduna returns Abacha family property seized by Air Rufai. PDP kicks as Edo Assembly suspends 18 local government chairmen for disobeying Opeboro. Oyo begins 80,000 naira minimum wage January. Delta Assembly recalls 2 suspended members. Jigawa uncovers 6,348 ghost workers. Algon hails governor for keeping off local government affairs. Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria inducts 74 Sokoto Varsity medical graduates. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning, ex-BONDG clocks 80, unveils a biography. Nigeria needs a strong, while independent judiciary. Ozokeme. Southeast loses 17.4 trillion naira to absence of sixth state. Ex-minister. Red Cross distributes customized ATMs and relief materials to Anambra flood victims. MBA ex-branch chair heads AMTY Awards Planning Committee. Kingship tussle. Monarch-elect seeks Uti's intervention to restore peace. Unilag Alumni Association elect new ESCO. University of Lagos Alumni Association elects new ESCO. Reps pay medical bills of 80-year-old girl diagnosed with stomach tumor. Rep pays medical bills of 80-year-old girl diagnosed with stomach tumor. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Non-governmental organization calls on Imo to promote facilities in communities. Germany country director falls Southeast leaders silence on Kanu's ordeal. Imo PDP dismisses expulsion of Ugoshinyere. Ebonyi commissioner demands mining priority to boost growth. Arms Control Center seeks review of 1959 Firearms Act. Arms Control Center seeks a review of 1959 Firearms Act. C&S holds Christmas Carol Friday. Ekiti workers cited over 70,000 naira wage payment. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. LCCI seeks sustained reforms to spur growth. Oyetola laments Kogi boat tragedy. Asaba Onitsha bridge checkpoints to go. Owa Obokun court stops Adeleke from appointing monarch from Hastrop family. Edo lawmakers suspend 18 council chairmen. Kidnapping record in FCT drops. Ganduje police hunt for governor's spokesman. Tinubu governor, northern senators, others eulogize Buhari at 82. Young entrepreneurs shine at Youth Sustainable Enterprise Challenge Grand Finale. MBS survey 2.2 trillion naira ransom paid in 1 year. CAC deregistered 300,000 dormant companies in 1 year. Why new CCT chair hasn't assumed office 6 months after appointment. Crashed helicopter had no flight data recorder, says NSIB report. First Lady Initiative lifts 9,500 elderly citizens with 1.9 billion naira. Insurance sector shake-up likely over imminent recapitalization. Insurance sector shake-up likely over imminent recapitalization. Ondo APC quakes. ICPC tracks 610 billion naira projects. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Interagency cooperation vital tool to combat insecurity, says Ogusankin. We won't rely on consultants to run Edo, says Opeboro. Federal government vows to penalize vehicle owners damaging roads. Top Scholars Initiative inspires pupils. JCI ECO celebrates young entrepreneurs. Sanwo-Olu's aid. Council chief others win awards. Government launches fire prevention sensitization campaign at markets. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Please stay with us.
Memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, Ofala, etc. Approach EBEONADI103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media. Video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others. News coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit EBEONADI103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside Leovin Residency Hotel. Ogidi. Nabakoa production. My business. When I will tell you SJ radio drama, Erico. Akụkọ ihe mere n'ogbe ejije radio drama Erico ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. na EBEONADI103.5 FM. If you move by Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM. It's Martin Ifeanyi is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date. It's time to get ready for the most anticipated event of the year, Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Date 30th December 2024. Your voucher is your ticket to an unforgettable night of top entertainment featuring the sensational Dorime Dance Crew, comedy, traditions, and culture. It's premium or nothing, so dress to impress. And the hosting of the event is the one and the only MC Hamatan. Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Date 30th December 2024. Time 5 p.m. Venue Residency Hotel, Yofino Gidi. Call 080-6329-0766 or 090-1356-6263. For table reservations, get your vouchers now. Get your voucher for table 100,000 naira, VIP 50,000 naira, and regular for each person 5,000 naira at the port of entry. We are grateful to our sponsors, Chemtrota Homes Limited, Lagos, Castro International Limited, Holland, SVA Properties Limited, Abuja, EBEONADI FM, Ogidi. Be part of the magic. Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia Dewa from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. One Neviano, come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel, Leofino Gidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, one Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081 45678901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of wire. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask Kona Namagoroge, Mwakaziano de Hakim. Vacancy, vacancy, vacancy. Are you a DJ? Do you speak English and Igbo language fluently? Submit your CV and the letter of application at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi Christmas Hangout is here when you get the opportunity to win free rooms, drinks, and recharge cards this year. There will be a lot of games to play on 25th of December 2024 by 4 p.m. with DJ Easy, Hype Man JP, and the drummer boy Gather your family and join the fun at Residency Hotel Leofield Ogidi Ebona Photo Piano Kaino Korean. It will be party after party, party after party at Residency Hotel Leofield Ogidi. To make reservation for your bookings, call 081 4093 3512. Be there.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Government launches a fire prevention sensitization campaign at markets. Sanwo-Olu's aid, council chief, others win awards. JCI Eco celebrates young entrepreneurs. Top Scholars Initiative inspires pupils. Federal government vows to penalize vehicle owners damaging roads. We won't rely on consultants to run Edo, says Opeboro. Pupils get platform to showcase poetry skills. Event raises more awareness on human trafficking ills. NIMET hosts workshop ahead release of 2025 SCP. UBEC appoints new executive secretary Aisha Galba. Engineers get kudos for sanitizing mining. National Assembly strengthens security as Tinubu presents 2025 budget. Rivers crisis. We have conquered political challenges, says Fubara. Inspector General of Police bars policemen from stop and search duty. Minister to Nigerians, better year ahead. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. CAF, Tinubu, wife, Akpabio, Sanwo-Olu, Uzodinma hails Lukman, others. MBS, $1.88 million crime cases recorded in 12 months, 2.23 trillion naira ransom paid by victims. Senate passes bill on new minimum capital requirement for insurance firm, Agama. Vibrant capital market, key to $1 trillion economy achievement. Still on the stories making the headlines on this day newspaper, tractor scandal. House launches investigation into failed presidential initiative. Federal government, African Development Bank push for fair, non-biased credit ratings for African countries. Senate passes bill on new minimum capital requirement for insurance firms. Tinubu, your commitment to Nigeria's unity inspiring. Salutes Buhari at 82. UNCTAD ISAR FRC partner. Empower accountants with modern financial reporting skills. Federal government moves to avert a repeat of P&ID saga, unveils manual on contract management compliance. Para commends Olam Agri's effort to boost soybean production. Leadway Assurance plays a transformative role on small medium enterprises. NAHCO commences 5-year transformation, projects revenue growth of 300 billion naira. CLOD Nigeria launches Young Directors Mentorship Program. Proposed Fly Nigeria Act to boost indigenous carriers, create competitiveness. NWRI partners applying multiversity to advance climate smart agriculture. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Edo Assembly suspends 18 local government chairmen, vice over alleged insubordination. Harmattan season, Lagos government launches fire safety campaign in markets. Stakeholders advocate non-kinetic approach to end insurgency in Northeast. Water Aid Nigeria, RUWASA, provide boreholes to 30 Bauchi communities. Why Yoruba race yet to fulfill its destiny? Gani Adams, Musawa, receives UNESCO certificate for Kanu Doba Festival. Anambra, Soludo to grant amnesty to repentant kidnappers, cultists, others. Para government tax quality assurance officers on efficient supervision. How children born with spinal bifida can live normal life. Experts. The law-abiding citizens, Olubadan urges Edo indigenes in Ibadan. Institute set to implement World Health Organization Mental Health Gap Action Program. Governor Alia assures Benue core members of adequate security. Oyetola seeks to close revenue leakages in marine sector in Nigeria. FCAS will enhance operational efficiency, reduce financial risk, permanent secretary. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And that will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. From our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have these messages coming from famous Christian. He's joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibo, and he says, I want to commend the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for obeying the verdict of the upper court as they have restored back bars like Ezokenwa on their portal and the website as the authentic national chairman of Afghan. So, famous Christian, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this messages coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje, and he says it is very disheartening, unfortunate to hear that 28% of murders in the country were unreported because police will not take action. If this is the case, then what is the essence of having police and continue to pay them with the citizens' hard-earned income where they are unable to live up to their primary and constitutional responsibility, which is the protection of people's lives and property? It usually pains me whenever I hear that people are murdered in the daylight, where we have a reasonable number of police personnel. But the most pathetic aspect of it is that one hardly hears that those murders were arrested, or those murderers were arrested and prosecuted accordingly, rather than the police will mount checkpoints at every pole of the road and be busy collecting their egunje, which is a very disservice to humanity. I am therefore calling on the federal government to look into the matter with a view of reconstructing or restructuring the Nigerian police system. This is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message is coming from Salome from Umpo, and she said, "I don't understand what Soludo meant by Nande Kano's release will not stop insecurity. Does it mean he doesn't want him to be released?" Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. From our WhatsApp portal, we'll flip over to our SMS portal. Now we have this message that says, okay, this one is coming from Agunabo. He's joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo, and he says, "Killing and kidnapping is now a lucrative business in Nigeria, and the incessant killing is a threat to life in the land. Nigerians have traveled to other countries to scan and okay, to scam and fraud." And he says, "Insecurity is a scam in Nigeria. We are watching as things unfold." Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Ogochukwu Ifechukwu from Ogidi, and she says, "The native doctor that killed two children is very wicked, and he must receive a serious punishment so that others will learn their lessons. And for the First Lady to give huge amount of money to elderly people in Nigeria, may God bless her for that." Ogochukwu Ifechukwu, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have a message coming from Umumbo. I am a local government area of Anambra State, and it's coming from Godwin Anyebunam. He says, "Onitsha, Asaba head bridge checkpoints to go is a welcome development. My take is that other checkpoints be made to go too, because the move is not only good for the Yeltai, but mostly for the good of the monitoring public and to curtail extortion." Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo. I am a local government area of Anambra State. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on uh, Still on our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Augustine Obeche from Ifkedunu, and he says, "House reps paying for tumor operation of an 8-year-old girl is a welcome development." Augustine Obeche from Ifkedunu. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, we've gotten to the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep a date and don't touch the dial of Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Once it's 8:20 this morning, I'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blessed morning.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have everyone at the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach everyone at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your events. Ebonade 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599, or you visit EBEONADI103.5FM Ogidi opposite Omunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel Ogidi. EBEONADI103.5FM Napakoa Production. My business. When I will tell you, AJ radio drama, Enrico. AJ radio drama, Enrico, Ghana Dialogue every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI103.5 FM. If you move and finish your business, man is a political animal. That's why we.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. You rock.
EBEONADI103.5 FM is Martin Ifeanyi.
Thank you.
Every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m.